Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Hope you're all keeping well. Hope you've all had a nice week. And this is the weekly social media chat just before I go live in Celtic Music Radio to mention that the show is going out in 15 minutes. So, as you can see here in the background, it's another beautiful day here in Glasgow. And I thought I would stop by and have the weekly social media chat here to take any of the questions that you guys might have about the coming weekend. There's lots going on at the minute. And I don't need these just yet. I was getting all the stuff ready for the show about to start. But yeah, so the radio show is going live in 15 minutes. So we're going to go on air very soon. And I'm going to talk to you about the Fest Watch, the Irish festival that is in question for Fest Watch this week. And I'm also going to talk about the StageIt show, which is happening tomorrow. So a StageIt special that Laura and I have been working pretty hard on, which we're really excited about, is on tomorrow. So the radio show in 15 minutes, Fest Watch, and StageIt are kind of the three topics of discussion today, and then perhaps a little bit of an insight to what's going to happen next week. So thank you very much for joining live. We've got Alessandra, as well as Margaret. How are you doing? Good afternoon, Colm. Good to see you. Likewise, Margaret. Hope you're keeping well. We've got Karen Passmore tuning in as well. And where else have we got? We've got Jane. How are you and Laura doing? We're doing great, Jane. Thank you very much for asking. Danny, haven't spoken in ages. How are you keeping? And Jeanette. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the social media chat. I don't normally announce that I'm going live. I just tend to go live just before. So I've got all the songs. My kind of pre-radio show prep is getting all of the MP3s and all of the songs into the software. So when I go live, all I have to do is present. So once all of that is done and I'm ready to go live, well, then I go out, grab a quick coffee for the 2-hour show, and then come back to go live here in social media. So I'm really looking forward to the show ahead. And the festival that we're going to be looking at this week in Fest Watch. If you don't know about Fest Watch, what we started doing a few weeks ago is each week it's a 2-hour radio show, and the second hour of the radio show is dedicated to a Celtic festival happening somewhere around the world. So we've had the Iowa Irish Fest, we've had La Crosse Irish Fest, Milwaukee Irish Fest so far. And it's been terrific. We've been joined by representatives from the festivals as well. And today, the festival in question is going to be the terrific Peoria Irish Fest, taking place this coming weekend. So, we're going to hear during the show, in the radio show, we're going to hear some of the artists that are going to be playing, as you can see on the screen: Sidian, Eileen Ivers, Runa, members of Lunasa, Gothard Sisters, Byrne Brothers, and many, many more as well. So really looking forward to that. And that's going to be happening now in the next 13 minutes. So it's going to be a quick chat today. The Peoria Irish Fest is the festival in question. If you want to pick up tickets, there are still some available for the Peoria Irish Fest. I haven't had the pleasure of being there in person, but I've heard amazing things about it. And it's so great to see. I mean, people are asking me now, I've gotten emails through during the week, wondering where the idea of Fest Watch came from. And it came from the fact that I am absolutely blown away every time I travel across the world, particularly when I travel across the world. I mean, rather than ones that are happening here, even though they're also terrific. But when I travel, a long haul flight, you get into an airport, get a taxi into some village in the middle of some city, and then you see just the sheer volume of people that are supporting your culture and keeping that cultural flame lit. It's absolutely fantastic. So even though we can't be there in person to show our support this year, I thought that we'd still be able to do something from afar, which is why we're doing Fest Watch each week during the Colm Keegan radio show. So we've got another few festivals lined up for the next few weeks. And today is Peoria. So I was also delighted to be part of the Peoria Irish Fest during the week. They did a virtual festival, which went out onto their Facebook page and YouTube channel on Wednesday. And they very kindly reached out to myself and Laura to be involved in that as well. So, we were involved in the virtual festival. I'm going to be joined by their entertainment director, Tom McConaughey, is going to be joining me in the second hour of the show to discuss it in a bit more detail. So I won't reveal all of the ins and outs about Peoria. For those who are tuning in to the radio show, you'll find out about it there. Another question that comes in some of the times, I've gone through some of the older social media chats and some of the questions that are coming through. People are asking, how do you get to the radio station after this social media chat? Well, all you have to do is visit the link on the screen there. So you go to CelticMusicRadio.net, and when you do that, you're going to see the listen live option. And if you listen live in exactly 10 minutes time, well, then you'll be hearing me for the next 2 hours. And I'm going to be playing during the first hour some of the artists that I love to listen to, some of the requests that have come in through in the week. I always leave a spot or two available for requests that come in live during the show. And then the second hour is going to be all things Fest Watch. And today, as I mentioned, is going to be Peoria Irish Fest. So that's going to be the next 2 hours on the menu. For anyone around, you are more than welcome to tune in and join. But before I run out of time here, I also want to mention the fact that Laura and I will be doing a show tomorrow, which we're really, really excited about. This is something that when we were back home, again, the long story is that we were lined up to do a number of different festivals this summer, and we were really excited about it. We got the vaccine, we thought we could be able to travel, and then unfortunately the embassies hadn't opened and we weren't able to get the visa paperwork and all of that, so we unfortunately couldn't travel across for the festivals. So what we thought we would do, instead of just doing another gig from our home here in Glasgow, we thought we would do something really special, and we thought we would hire a venue, get a camera crew in, sound engineer, the whole lot, get in touch with a few friends of ours who are top class musicians, and perform alongside a band for the very first time ever that we've done. And this is a band where, when we were hosting bus tours in Dublin, this is a band that we're going to be using during the live show that we're going to have in Dublin, which will be happening again in March 22 for the Irish bus tour. They will get to see this band live. And we thought we would do something really special. And when we recorded it, we absolutely loved. I got really excited about it. Couldn't wait to show you guys, and we're putting it up on StageIt for people to watch. So you can book a ticket now. You can buy a ticket for the StageIt show. It's happening tomorrow, Saturday the 28th, over on StageIt.com. So if you want to go over to StageIt, there are still some tickets available, and it's just StageIt.com. Saturday the 28th, tomorrow, is when the show is going to be going out. I will be tuning in live as well. There'll be live interaction as well as going between the footage. And I'm really, really excited about it. So if anyone wants to join me for the StageIt, well, then you are more than welcome to do so tomorrow. So I think that's everything. That's Fest Watch today. That's the StageIt show tomorrow. We have also, I don't want to be talking too far into the distance, because I'll probably be going live again next Friday on social media, so I could talk about next week. But just to let you know that there will be an update to the CK Online Teaching website that's going to be going live next week, just in time for our Halloween term, which starts, I know Halloween, when you're in the middle of or towards the end of summer, Halloween as a term seems a million miles away, but our terms are 7 weeks long. So when the term starts at the beginning of September, it's going to be finishing on the doorstep of Halloween. So our Halloween term is going to be starting in next Sunday, September 5th. I think it's next Sunday. And that's going to be going on sale next week as well. So you can keep an eye out for that during the week. And I'll talk a little bit more about that during the StageIt show tomorrow. So before I wrap it up here, because I need to go onto the program to go live, I'll just take one or two more shout outs. So Debbie Lewis, thank you for joining in to the chat. Barbara from California, very early in California, thanks for getting up to tune in. Sherry, I hope you're doing well. From Michigan. Well, Sherry, we would love to be over in Michigan at the minute. Thanks for tuning into the chat. Hilda from Canada as well. And we've also got Margaret from Australia. So we're all around the world joining in. We've also got Danny from Germany, who was tuning in earlier as well. Myron from Virginia. We've also got Veronica from Pennsylvania. Alessandra from North Carolina. So we've got a lot of people tuning in. Jackie from Bangor County. County Down. Looking forward to the StageIt tomorrow. Well, Jackie, great to see you tuning in, and hope you enjoy the show tomorrow. Nessa, looking forward to the show tomorrow. Really hope you enjoyed, Nessa. And tickets will be going on sale for the Dublin show sometime in October, November. So that show is going to be happening in March 22. Nessa, it'll be great to see you there if it's suited. Lynn, so disappointed I can't join you tomorrow. I'm very sorry, Lynn, and I know that's the unfortunate nature of these shows, that when we go out, it's not going to suit everyone's agenda. But hopefully who knows? We might do a rerun of it. Uh, at some stage. We'll see. Judy from Pittsburgh tuning in. And the last shout out we have is Jane from Brisbane, Australia as well. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Katha, great to see your name popping up and looking forward to the stage. I'm delighted to hear. So, guys, thank you so much. This is now the 5-minute warning before I go live on Celtic Music Radio. If you want to have any feedback on the show, make sure to use the hashtag that's on the screen, the Colm Keegan Show. And I will take as many shout outs as I can during the show itself. And I will try and take as many dedications, requests, shout outs for those tuning in. You get in touch on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or else you can email me directly, colm.keegan@celticmusicradio.net. And I'm really excited about the playlist that we have of music available in the show today. It's a terrific one. If you want to listen back to the show, this is the last point I'll make. You can listen back in two different ways to the radio show. So the first way is if you go into Mixcloud and follow Celtic Music Radio, you're going to see the option to follow the Colm Keegan Show on Mixcloud. And as soon as the show is over, Mixcloud email you and say that the recording of the 2-hour show is available to listen to. So you can listen back to the Colm Keegan Show on Mixcloud if you want to do that. And if you want to listen to just the music and cut out my presenting work, which is absolutely fine, you can follow me, Colm Keegan, on Spotify, and I create a playlist of all the music that you hear during the show, and I make that available on the Colm Keegan Spotify account. So there's two ways to listen back to the show, Spotify or Mixcloud. I'm going live in 4 minutes' time here in Glasgow, and it's going to be aired again tomorrow on Saturday 28th, just before the StageIt show. So if you're looking for the full Colm Keegan experience tomorrow, you can listen to the 2-hour radio show before the StageIt show, and you'll be sick of me by tomorrow night. But folks, thanks so much for tuning into the chat. Really hope you enjoy the radio show. And if you want to head over to CelticMusicRadio.net now, well, then it would be great to have you tuning into the show and let your thoughts be known. I would love to hear your thoughts and hear where you're tuning in from, and I will give you a shout out during the show. Take care, folks. Thanks for joining the social media chat, and I will see you at some stage in the next few days, hopefully. Take care. Slán. See ya.